All right, Kochi, it's you again, baby. Okay, so your question is, you have recently had the experience of forming and working with a multidisciplinary team of employees to improve your patient experience, the Posse.
Yes.
So, and I did not choose Goji for this just because her team name is kind of the coolest, but because of course it's not the coolest, but it is very, very cool. So talk to me, how did, I know you changed your team a bit from the original version. So let's talk about how you did that.
Yes, we did. Well, as I mentioned before, the Posse was formed before Sue came to visit us. So we thought we were on a good track until Sue came to visit us. And then we got some really good ideas. So what I had done to begin with is I just sent out an email to all staff. I'm asking, what is a posse? It's a group of people with a common purpose, and we need you. And I just invited them to all come and ride for the brand, and let's just change the culture here. So that's the way we were starting. And when I did that, I got so many people that wanted to join the posse. I think half of our senior leader team, most of our leadership team, and a couple staff members. So after spending a day with Sue, I had to go back and kick most of the leadership off the posse and go back at going for frontline staff, which the leadership team was very happy to step down because they understood how important the employee-led teams were going to be. So at our first meeting with staff, and I think the most important thing that we can remember is how meaningful it is for a staff member to be invited to join a team like this. And I think sometimes we don't really reach out like that, but I'm a salesperson, so I always know the worst thing that can happen is they say no. And if people say no, nothing changes. But if they say yes, a lot can change. So don't stop asking people to join the teams and letting them know how important their input is. And boy, when you get these people in a room and you see, the level of talent that we have that we don't even know, we haven't scratched the surface with what our staff is. And then, to get them there and then to kick the leaders off and for me to hand over the baton to a team leader and to ask them, they kind of all voted on who they wanted to lead the posse now. And of course, our first task was developing some service standards and the behaviors that would go with them. So to watch them just embrace it, I really do feel like I'm the mom of the hospital anyway, because I think I am the oldest one around here. But besides that, how proud you are as just to sit back and watch those employees just embrace this and bring it to life and bring it to the leadership meeting and train on it first of all. And then they just developed the videos to go right along with it. And we had a great big celebration, a commitment celebration, and they each had booths and they were just so into their own, their standards and explaining what they are. And so my biggest suggestion would be don't stop looking for talent because it's everywhere. And don't stop asking because I think a lot of people want to be involved, and it brings a sense of pride to them. And also we're developing our future leaders around here by just inviting them to join these teams and watching them just excel.
Absolutely. So you said something interesting the other day that, after you gathered this multidisciplinary team, which is continuing to grow, you really assessed their personal strengths.
Yes.
And then decided, okay, how will we divide and conquer the work? Because, we always train our multidisciplinary employee teams. The leader's not going to walk out the door with the biggest to-do list. So the leader has a lot to do anyway. So kind of tell how you did that. Maybe someone didn't know they had a strength and you pointed it out.
We see that all the time just by watching staff around us, and we also know how fun it is to give positive feedback to people. So much more fun. And so when you're able to do that, and when you're complimenting somebody and just to add on to that compliment, we really need you to join one of our teams. You have so much to offer the organization. Just, you talk about managing it, look what you've just done to that staff member and the pride in the organization that you've helped them to, and we can't give that to them. They have to give it to themselves. And when they find that it's inside them, and again, the famous words of Capstone, to do it with them, not to them, and breaking that habit is leadership, to know that, we don't have all the good ideas here. And we also don't have all the best ways of training. And to also know how important it is for our staff to get this message from their peers. And how they're a lot better to jump on a horse and ride with them, or jump in the boat, or whatever you guys say.
Yeah.
The boat with a teammate. So just to keep that in mind, and I know that's probably one of our biggest difficulties here, is we've really never done that. We've never let staff lead. And
Right. Well, certainly our employee-driven teams are the epitome of inclusivity, right? And that's really, as leaders, what we need to aim for is being inclusive of everybody who works for us. And if you can not take that burden as a leader yourself, but to pass it on to a team that's going to take somebody and say, hey, we need you because you seem like a chief party officer and we could really use someone like you, so. Well, thank you, Goshi. I appreciate you. As far as the patient experience goes, I want to say, and Sue and I have had this conversation a lot this week with others that we've been working with, that what we hear from patient experience leaders and from frontline leaders and executives trying to elevate their patient experience is there's so much data to sift through. There's so much that goes into the patient experience. There's quality data, there's service scores from your vendor, there's what the leaders are getting when they're doing frontline rounding, there's service recovery, like there's all of this. How do you put it all together to create this picture of what should I just start? How do I interpret my data so I know what to begin working on? And then how do I do that work? What exactly am I going to do in order to make this happen? So it just so happens that, she and I recently got a giant compliment from an organization that we deeply, deeply admire, the Rural Wisconsin Health Cooperative, located in Sauk City, Wisconsin, PS, the home of Culver's. But anyway, and what those ladies said to us is, you guys are the secret sauce at this. Like, this is the real deal, how you can look at someone's data and say, if you do this, this will happen. Do this, 1, 2, 3 things, and your results go like this. And you're always right. Weird, right? We don't have a crystal ball. We just did it for a long, long time. And we know how to get her done. And we have people in 30 organizations that have also done it and know how to get her done. So our gift to you today in follow-up, we want to invite you to just email us. We have a standard in our company that we respond to leaders who need us within 24 hours. And go ahead, shoot us an email. And we're going to send you a calendar link so you can set up a call. You bring us your data, we interpret it, we give you the solutions to say, do these things, and you're going to rock it. So that's our gift to you. Reach out to us, contact us. We would love to hear from you.